Here I'd like to give you a brief overview about a work that is presented at ASH and where we actively contributed. And this is about the efficacy and safety of Elranatamab in patients with relapsed refractory multiple myeloma who were naive to the BCMA-directed therapies. And these are results from Cohort A of the MagnetisMM-3 trial. I don't need to spend a lot of time to highlight and convince you that the use of bispecific antibodies, T-cell engagers, is representing a true revolution today in the field of hematology, especially lymphoma and multiple myeloma. And Elranatamab is a very unique agent. It's a humanized bispecific antibody that targets both BCMA-expressing multiple myeloma cells, but also CD3-expressing T cells. We know that this agent works well thanks to the phase 1 MagnetisMM-1 trial. And here at this ASH 2022 meeting in New Orleans, we're presenting the results from the phase 2 MagnetisMM-3 trial in the group of patients with no prior BCMA targeted agent. So we're talking here about a cohort of 123 patients, median age 68 up to 89. So you can give bispecific at really later ages. Of course, these are high-risk patients. 32% had extramedullary disease. 25% had high-risk cytogenetics. The median lines of prior therapy was 5, going from 2 to 22. And actually, 100% of the patients were triple-class exposed, but also 71% penta drug exposed, and 42% were penta drug refractory, and 96% were refractory to the last line of therapy. And actually, when you look to the results, they are quite impressive. A 61% overall response rate, including 28% more than CR, 55% more than VGPR. And this is true across all the different subgroup of patients. And at last follow-up, actually, we still have 77% of the patient with objective responses being ongoing. And if you look to the progression-free survival, actually, the median progression-free survival is not yet reached. It's 63% at 9 months, 59% at 12 months. And the overall survival at 9 months was 70% and 64% at 12 months. In terms of safety profile, all CRS and ICANS were grade 1, 2, no fatal neurotoxicity. There was some discontinuation of Elranatamab in 19 patients, 15% of these patients, and we have one case of grade 5 pseudomonal pneumonia and another case of death. When you look to infections, unfortunately, we have infections related mainly to the COVID-19, but there were also infections of the upper respiratory tract, but also pneumonia. But I think when we look to the overall results, this bispecific antibody Elranatamab is proving to be highly effective, well tolerated in patients with highly advanced relapsed refractory disease. As I mentioned, 61% response rate, deep, being achieved early, but also durable response. The follow-up currently is around 11 months, and the median PFS and OS are not yet reached. So, of course, as you may guess, these results, these appealing results, motivate and support the expansion of the development of this bispecific antibody. And we know that there are many other trials ongoing as part of this broad program called MagnetisM. So I think clearly Elranatamab, like all other bispecific antibodies, is providing a lot of hope, but also is probably going soon to change the paradigm, the landscape of the treatment of multiple myeloma. And all of this is about good news.